This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Waiting to do the pre-race interview when Dale Earnhardt Jr. walked up to him, and Earnhardt Jr. initiated the conversation. Everybody expected Jr. to rocket to the front of this field. He was the one that said, hey, I'm going to go to the back and hang out for a while and let the pack thin out. Maybe we can miss the big wreck,
Trouble
which
on the
just
back
happened.
straightaway. The 47 car of John Wood is spun, involved with the 32 of Dave Blaney.
Hold the brake. Hold the brake.
And those are spotters talking to their drivers, and Blaney has gotten his car righted. John Wood, the young third-generation driver out of the Wood Brothers stable, that's his machine, the Clorox American Red Cross Ford.
Probably going to put him in the garage for a little while.
Put 2 tires on it first. 2 tires on.
Let's see if we can see what happened as you watch these cars coming off of turn 2, bottom of your screen.
Guys, classic example. This 10 car made a 3 ride right in the center of the track. John Andretti got so close to the 47 car of John Wood that he lost his downforce. And that's a classic case of just losing downforce. They're running that tight together. It really kills the downforce. So Woods was...
Back at Daytona, we are under caution here for the second time today in lap 16. A major melee off of turn 4. And there are the remains of the Casey King car, and there's the 10 car involved. Also John Andretti, the Camping World Toyota, one of the quicker cars in the field today. And let's see if we can show you what happened. Again, it was an incidence of a car getting in the middle, Rusty.
Yeah, the 41 car Casey Kane got in there. You see, he loses his downforce. Guys, you just don't want to be in the middle. We talked earlier about you get 15 to 20 laps in this race. These cars are starting to really handle bad. All you Cup guys sitting in your buses, listen right now, listen up. These cars, the handling's going away about this time. And you saw the 41 car of Mears get right there and lose it. We saw the same thing happen in an earlier wreck with the 10 car of John Andretti.
And we welcome you back to Daytona, lap 63. We are under yellow for the 3rd time today, and an incident involving some debris off of the 99 car. We saw the 99 a moment ago just have that slight contact with the outside wall, and David Rudeman then had further issues, I guess, with a tire, and that this yellow is going to be a big break for a number of drivers.
Sure, get the free pass. Yeah, into the wall with the front end. The rear comes around. He's climbing a wall right there. And right there at that point, right rear tires what got the worst part of that one.
And you can see very top of the screen, you see that the debris begin to come out from where this tire being cut and unraveling.
Second place car has got now Blaney. Blaney, he's got a little gain right there, about 36 horsepower gain at that moment. See, he's sucked up on the back of Kevin Harvick. We had a big jump in the draft boost, Jen, right there. You see the downforce numbers moving all around, folks. This is what happens when you draft out there. It can really affect the handling of the car. And draft boost, this is a great indicator of what these cars are really getting up. Now, 7 laps to go. The 32 car Dave Blaney, he wants to see that draft boost number up in the positive number, and he's trying hard to get there.
Now, Andy, the 60 car had laid back a moment ago and has now gotten a run and reeled in the top 2. That is the 60 of Carl Edwards, but can he get some help?
Yeah, he's our in-race reporter, and he's up there behind Dave Blaney. Dave Blaney's bumper's about to fall off. He can't hardly afford to get much bump drafting help on that rear bumper. But, man, he showed up in a hurry, and right here at the right time of the race. 7 laps to go, 6 laps to go. He's in position to win.
I'll tell you what, that's what he wants that thing to do, is fall off. Because I'll guarantee if that bumper falls off, it's going to get better yet. You see it flapping right now, and we all know that sure is not hurting anything. If anything, it's helping that new Toyota run faster yet. But above all, this cat's got a good handling race car. We're talking deep into the run, guys, now. And where is Dale Earnhardt Jr.? Look him in the back. In fact, he's with the 33 at Tony Stewart, and that's what he needs. Those two guys really draft good together. But I tell you what, I'm afraid with 6 laps to go, they better get the lead out of us. We're not going to get there.
Yeah, they better get going if they're going to get it done here.
Earnhardt Jr. has won here in NASCAR Busch competition 5 times. Tony Stewart has won the last 2 in a row. These 2 guys are the best in the business at this racetrack in Busch Series competition, but they're running out of time.
Kevin Harvick's got control of it right now, but Dave Blaney, we haven't seen what he can do yet. If he could get somebody like Carl Edwards or Clint Boyer up behind him, he might be able to draft by Kevin Harvick.
Well, Jerry, every time I've been in this position before, you got 5 laps to go, and you can always stand on it for a couple laps and hold on for dear life and pick a couple positions up. But if you stand on it too early, you're going to lose this car. So I think that these guys right now are going to give it all they got with about 2 to go, because right now they're just too ill-handled.
All right, how about the 20 car? Denny Hamlin becoming a factor, and here comes Stewart on the bottom of the racetrack. The 8 car is all the way up and almost against the wall, and Tony said, okay, guys, time to call it. Let's go after it. He's pulling the plug, and Andy, you've seen that happen
he's
before.
not waiting on any drafting help. He just dove to the bottom of the racetrack. He sees Clint Boyer up there. He's going to try to get right up on his bumper and maybe draft by Carl Edwards.
As they come back by now, Tony Stewart. I'll tell you, folks, a year ago when Tony won this race, he didn't lead until 11 laps to go, and he was able to draft by and get the lead.
Well, right now, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Martin Truex, their teammates are saying, let's get hooked up, get going. That's the only chance they got with 4 laps to go. Truex has got to stay with Junior. Junior, you see him coming by the outside right now. He's hooked up with Truex at the moment, and that is what they got. But you know what? Harvick has got the lead. He's got that clean air in the front. He's got the best handling car. And I tell you what, they're really starting to get spread out in the back of the pack right now. If Harvick gets off the bottom of the racetrack and lets it 32 of Blaney underneath him, it could spell the disaster. But I'll tell you what, Harvick is much smarter than that. I don't believe he's going to move at all, guys.
Stewart made the big run, but his car got loose, had to back out of the gas. Now he's back behind these guys.
Kevin Harvick, as you heard, has never won at Daytona. 3 laps to go. 7.5 miles to completion of this very first NASCAR Busch Series event of the 2007 season. Way up on the outside, Martin Truex and his teammate car, Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Who can make it and who can't on fuel? We're watching all these cars and we're waiting for somebody to drop out of there out of fuel.
That is the big story right now, and you're right, the fuel. But I tell you what, you're going to worry about fuel right now, or else you're going to stand on it and try to win the race. As a driver, I'm going, hey, look, I've done all I can with the fuel. Let's go for it. We're just about out of time here, guys.
This is what you're saving it for. You're saving it for the end so you can win.
Earnhardt Jr. trying to pull it off on the bottom of the racetrack as they flash by. It'll be 2 to go this time by.
Did Kevin Harvick make it?
Chevrolet for Kevin Harvick. Toyota for Dave Blaney. Ford for Carl Edwards. Right now, you're a driver. You're sitting there worried about the fuel. What are you listening for?
You're just watching the fuel pressure gauge, and you're trying to get out of the throttle all you can. Folks, I know you're thinking I'm nuts that you get out of the throttle, but there are places to breathe this breathiest engine. Look at this. Chevrolet, Toyota, Ford. Just what NASCAR wants to. And this is the way they qualified to, guys. Chevy, Toyota, Ford. Talk about equal cars out there today. NASCAR has done a great job getting these cars figured out to keep them equal.
2 by 2 behind you.
They come roaring out of turn 4 to take the white flag.
One more time. 5 back.
They're all still running strong.
Just watch the fuel. Watch the fuel. That's going to be the big story right now. Who can make it and who not?
Kevin Harvick will have some lap traffic to be able to use to keep people from making an early move here on this final lap. Harvick in the AutoZone Chevrolet will not run the full tour. He dominated the NASCAR Busch Series season a year ago.
Looks like they're all going to make it to the finish line.
Dale Jr., look, he's not going to make it, guys. The car is just handling too ill. He's done all he possibly can. He might be able to get a top 6 or a top 5 out of this thing. That's about all he's got in that car of his.
Final turns in the season-opening NASCAR Busch Series event. Kevin Harvick comes from 31st starting spot and will come across and take the checkered flag. Kevin Harvick wins.
Finally! How about that? Good job, guys. Awesome job. What a great car, man. This thing flat out the whole last run.
Finally gets the big one.
I'll tell you what, look at that Chevrolet, Toyota, Ford. If I was a NASCAR, folks, I'd be going, boys, it's just the way I designed it. It's just what you like to see out there. But good going for Kevin Harvick. What a great handler car all day long. Hey, Andy, I'm not for sure he can do a burnout and get that baby back. It's going to probably run itself out of fuel.
He didn't have the fastest car, but he did have the best handling car when it counted.
Yeah, congratulations to Shane Wilson and the crew down there, the crew chief for Kevin Harvick. This is the car that won 10 times a year ago, 9 times with Kevin Harvick and once with Jeff Burton on board. And this is the car that he owns as we head down to the Harvick pits and Mike Massaro.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
The following is a paid advertisement for The Magic Bullet, brought to you by Homeland Housewares.